I'm scared. Today's supposed to be the Super Mario Brothers movie. And I'm scared that I'll encounter her again, just like I did last time. Scared that they'll do something to her. I don't know. I can't tell if she's really happy. Found someone that she's been looking for. And she's gonna assume that I want her back. But just trying to tackle my biggest insecurities at this point. Not to mention, the secrets. One of my secret is out yet again. I don't know why I do this to myself. Just, or just all of me. You would just take it inside. I don't. I think the villagers doesn't want to hear about another word of Echo. At this point, they just want to focus on me, which is all I got. It's because it's the only thing I'm used to. Echo didn't know this, but every each day and every hour I was experiencing something that I never got the chance to see. And all my life I was so used to making sure this is done, making sure that's done, making sure everything's done, check this, check that, check this, everything. So I don't know how I work, but when I met her, I didn't, I wasn't comfortable with the sudden calmness and things going slow. It had me forgot of why I was panicking. Pretty much, I didn't have to hear work related stuff. Didn't have to hear that I need to like work on myself. It was different. I mean, I still remember her telling me that I don't have to prove myself to her, but a part of me just feels like I needed to, even though I shouldn't. Even now, when we're separate, I still need to prove that I'm doing okay. I gave up just trying to understand what Echo wants anymore. Just focus on myself and how I actually feel about the situation. I'm not excited to see the Super Mario Brothers movie. When I saw it, I just instantly think of her. Even the Loomis. When I saw Star, I thought he was the coolest character I've ever seen. Still haven't forgotten the character concept. So creative. I was watching a masterpiece for myself, and I wanted to help her achieve that goal. I know I am. I can only do pixel art. I've done a lot of vent art, and a lot of them is just her. I wanted to draw for a very long time. I used to be like a creative kid when I first drew SpongeBob. Pretty much know the tiny details of SpongeBob's buttons. And I still got it. I can. I don't know why I'm talking about myself when I don't think highly of myself. She had every right to leave me and be angry at me. I won't learn her patterns. She's not great with being the target of the joke. And I wasn't even thinking about an April Fool's joke. I was originally gonna place a custom mod and just call it there. But honestly, I just had my channel and Project Eve. There's still a lot of stuff I want to do in my life, and I got myself to draw on how I actually feel most of the time. I finally got an answer to why it's not exactly Jaden. It's rough, it's nothing, but it's something. You know, originally it was supposed to be that, but he never left. He never left. Over time, Kaiso managed to conceal him and use him as fuel. Yeah. So this relying on Hanko to figure this puzzle out. I'm just trying to survive in this world, and if I die, I die. Simple as that. And given everything I got, and I ended up like experiencing too much at an early age. I pretty much know how everything works. Even like how people are when they're trying to get to know each other. I even know like how relationships work, and honestly, anyone can just do it if they just be confident about it. I'm just done. I just want to be on my own. Echo killed it. I thought my future was with her. Turns out it was just another life lesson on why I shouldn't let my guard down. Because I never knew she would actually fall in love with someone else when all I was just thinking about is her all the time. Every time I just want to relax and sleep, I still hear her voice in my head. Even with the pills, I can still hear her voice. It's keep telling me to never give up on her, or that she still loves me, even though in reality she's not. I just want to pause time and not face everything that reminds me of her. Stop assuming I love her anymore. You gotta stop telling me that. You really don't understand why she's scared of me. She has a life of her own. She's not gonna care about Burbank. If you're concerned if she'll change, she already did. I could just tell over time back in September. I just knew she's lost. She was lost. Now someone else got helped her in her to help her life to get better. Not everything is heroes and villains, little guy. It was a mutual agreement that I had no choice. I wanted to stand. I wanted to raise up my voice so badly, but I know how sensitive she is. One of them is, I already explained it, but my other guess is it's just a certain tone I give off. I vented to her so much that I didn't even realize I became toxic myself. My anger and frustrations got the better of me. And now I'm just living the reality that she's living a lie that I straight up told her. I don't even want to change. I'm done with everything. I just want to lay low and be away from everything. Or just the things I like. I don't want to make new memories. I don't want to make any new friends or try out something new. Because everything is a distraction. In some way, and somewhere, we're all going to experience the same fate. We just pretending that life isn't as magical as many people claims to be. I'm not even comfortable with the LGBTQ community just rambling on the internet, saying these agendas that I'm still trying to understand. Human neutrals and relationships. It's true. But after what I saw, what it's like being popular, and the negative effects of it, I just want to do things I like. They'll eventually leave. They always do. Just like Echo. So I'm a Mario fan, okay? I grew up playing sports related games. I'm a Mario fan. I've been so invested in the Super Mario Brothers movie ever since it was released. And I'm a gamer. It pulls of it. We gave that away. So, what about it? You weren't even aware that I had barely played Galaxy. I can't. I have dealt with so many setbacks that I can't even cry at all. And when I do, it's real. It's like losing echo. My friend doesn't know that this is the first time I'm actually emotional. I rarely shed a tear. And this movie is the first time that's gonna that's gonna cause me to cry. And many of my fans are busy, so I had to like let a few of them know ahead of time that I will get emotional. One is I've known for years, while the other one is I'm trying to get used to and build a circle around. He's kind of learn something important about me. I don't know. It's been like that since I made the plans. I'm sure Lucky can understand where I'm coming from, and she told me to move on. But for Whiplash, I don't think he doesn't learn on if I can crack, because so far I've been friendly, and I'm scared that I'll break that. friendship. But I'm worried that I'll see her at Universal. Just because Nintendo and Universal collab to make it a reality. The fact that you assume that she moved out really just shows on how little she mattered in this situation. Or just move out in general. I remember her saying that. But my, but she wasn't trusted at all. She was way out of what my standard is, and I gotta be honest, I don't like that I'm trying to get hooked up when I specifically told I'm not interested. They really don't understand on how much I loved her, and it's still the same thing. that I'm used to at this point. I don't know why I keep getting miracles after miracles when I just want to be left alone. It's frustrating. I don't just bad. Don't say his name anymore. Dragging him into the situation when I want him out of this situation. I knew he was suspicious, and once I saw who it was, I just dismissed it. It happens in every single relationship. She chose to leave someone who thinks they're all my whole mighty and stuff. But when I already know deep down he's gonna have the same problems as she saw in me. She may doubt it, but I can already see it. Which is why I don't believe that relationship's gonna last forever. And if they invite me to their wedding, I'm gonna instantly reject it because these two should never hook up. All because of a simple lie I told Echo. And I made sure I wasn't lying to myself if that's how I actually feel. But it's the truth. They hooked up because of a lie I told her. So no, Aura didn't manipulate her. They both just fell in love behind my back. And each day, every time I think of her, I always think of her with Aura. Because true love requires sacrifices. It's best if I just damage myself even further so these two can be happy together. I hate it, but I'm doing this for Echo. She loves him more than a dumbass. That is what she wants. after what I did? I doubt it. She's probably like wants me dead, just like her landlord. She doesn't care about my situation anymore. She has a life of her own. I know exactly what's going on in my situation. So, let me assume this story. You try to repair what me and Echo did, and you think she'll return to me after you repaired it? And even if Kaiso's killed? What do you think about that then? Because I know for sure Echo's not gonna care that Kaiso has the same powers that I have when I wrote her concepts of her personal world. And you think you're helping her, but all you do is just make people irritated. Then why exactly are you wearing a paper bag in your head? Then you know you're comfortable showing your face in the camera. If she wants to know how I truly feel nowadays, she should know I just want to be dead. Killed, suicide, whatever you think about. That's how I feel nowadays. She killed my hopes of a positive future. That's how I truly feel. And everything I do positively in my hobbies are just distractions that could just easily be done within weeks. Even drawing, even creating my own video games for a living, even creating my own website about all I care about, or even trying to hook up with many people as much as I want. It's easy. Don't try to reassure me. I already know my sarcasm is a, is one of my tools on how to communicate with people. And why do you believe me sharing my negative thoughts made a huge change? You know it's not going to change the situation. Even though I specifically told you to stay away from her. I'm probably gonna assume that she just wants me to see her for her body and stuff. Different scenario. Well, you're not wrong about that. And honestly, I doubt she cares about how I am half of the time. Most of the time, I don't even want to think about the situation anymore. Or better yet, I don't even care what her personal problem is anymore. And what is your evidence? Don't drag him into this. Anyone could just trust their parents at that point. At the end of the day, they know how she is most of the time. In terms of siblings, he has experienced what it's like to have a sister. I only know how to take care of brothers. Where are you going with this? You're being too personal. I hated when you caught me red-handed. Can we just move on from what you're trying to prove here? Because all I'm hearing is just a bunch of nonsense. Even though she's not gonna watch this video? That's only when I got to know her. But what's her point? What makes you think she's curious about what I am? She's not gonna care. So you assume she's jealous. Like I said, she has a life of her own. I'm supposed to. When I logged into New Horizons, I expected you to be my emotional support. The guy who actively listens to my vents. And all I'm just hearing is just the reflections that I've been told myself. And the same answer is always the same. Echo's not gonna care. There is a time, there is faith that she will return, even though it's not possible anymore. She had her decisions, she had her choices, and at this point, it's slowly getting to a point where it's plainly obvious that you still haven't given up on her when I specifically told you to give up on her. You didn't listen to my instruction very clear, didn't you? Is she even gonna like believe a fictional character who can't fall in love with people? You really think she's gonna believe that? What am I gonna do with you? First, you don't listen, and you still believe that she will return. This situation is never gonna end, is it? Even though you look sad, what makes you assume I'm scared of her giving up on me constantly? Don't even think fuck about that relationship bullshit. I'm single again. And I want nothing involving relationships. Well, I could ruin that moment for me. This is the worst time to ask me that question around April Fool's Day. I'll give you just a straightforward answer. It's because of a lie I told her. I told her to chase him, and she took it way too literally when I was just straight up lying to her about it. No, I didn't believe that the relationship works. I instantly assumed it ended in 1 month. But it seems like she's happy now, investing to an instant change, which is the biggest insult I've ever experienced after everything I've done. Who said she was rebellious? Here's a question that I have. Why did you let me fall in love with her when you alone knew she wasn't the one? Being How can you even tell when you're not even active between the two of us? You were just there to just support her for whenever I wanted to get escape from my problem. And why exactly didn't you tell her about you to her? When when you said yourself, you could have just like told Echo the truth about how I actually feel about the situation at hand. Well, if you're exposed to a lot of stuff, I can't trust everyone with the information that I have. People are usually gonna call me crazy or just tell me to just change it. So I keep certain information from her. One of them is 100% Kaizo, and definitely you, because she would have freaked out if she would have known she was talking to two Justins this entire time. With the conditions she's in, I don't think so. Well, thanks for that advice when I needed it years ago. And I have a headache just from trying to explain. She would freak out if she knew she was talking to two different Justins all the time. And since Kaizo is out of the bag, she can't even tell which one's the real me. Would you mind explaining to me how exactly can she tell who she's talking to who? Again, I have no idea what you're talking about. These two sounds the exact same sentence. How exactly do these two would make a huge difference? Again, how is that gonna change? Never mind. I'm going to bed. You're on your own with this in this situation, okay? Good night.